Are humans the only civilization in the universe? In the vast universe, the sun is just an ordinary star. According to the principle of mediocrity, one of the basic laws of cosmic evolution, the Earth is also just an ordinary rocky planet in a non-exceptional region of the Milky Way. In other words, everything in the universe essentially follows the same mathematical and physical rules. Humans themselves are not special. If this is the case, then if human civilization can evolve in the universe, theoretically, other intelligent life can also evolve. However, looking at the vast universe, humans have not yet discovered the existence of extraterrestrial life. One reason for this is that the universe is too vast. The observable universe alone spans 93 billion light-years. Combined with the 13.8 billion year history of the universe, it seems unrealistic to think that human civilization is the only one in such a vast universe. To figure out how many extraterrestrial civilizations exist in the universe, astronomer Frank Drake proposed the famous Drake equation in 1960. In this equation, n represents the number of civilizations in the Milky Way that could communicate with us. Our asterisk represents the average rate of star formation in the Milky Way. Fp represents the fraction of those stars that have planets. Ne represents the number of planets per star system that could support life. Fl represents the fraction of planets where life actually evolves. Phi represents the probability of intelligent life evolving. Fc represents the probability of intelligent life developing communication technologies. L represents the lifespan of technological civilizations. Using this equation, we can calculate the number of intelligent civilizations in the Milky Way. However, many variables in the equation are highly uncertain, which greatly affects the final number. Thus, calculations yield a range of 1 to 1 million. In other words, the number of intelligent civilizations in the Milky Way is at least greater than 1 and could be as high as 1 million. However, this conclusion only applies to the Milky Way. Astronomers estimate, based on observations from the Hubble telescope, that there are at least 2 trillion galaxies in the observable universe. The number of stars in these galaxies is even greater than the grains of sand on Earth. The number of planets is an astronomical figure that cannot be estimated. Given such a large base, the existence of extraterrestrial civilizations is almost inevitable to some extent. According to the principle of mediocrity, regardless of the form or survival method of a civilization, technological development must rely on energy under the constraints of the laws of thermodynamics. The energy on a planet is limited, so when a civilization reaches a certain stage of development, it will inevitably expand outward to extract energy. In 1964, astronomer Nikolai Kardashev first conceived the levels of extraterrestrial civilizations. By mastering different energy control technologies, intelligent civilizations are divided into 3 levels. In other words, the more energy resources a civilization controls, the higher its level. A Type 1 civilization can harness all the resources of its home planet and its satellites. A Type 2 civilization can utilize the resources of its entire star system, especially by using a Dyson sphere to extract energy from its star, by building a massive structure around the star to capture all its energy output. A Type 3 civilization controls all the energy in its galaxy. If human civilization reaches Type 3, it would control all the energy in the Milky Way, a level of civilization we cannot imagine. However, with the current level of human technology, our civilization is only at 0.7. It will take at least several thousand years to reach Type 1, and several tens of thousands of years to reach Type 2. Reaching Type 3 would take millions of years. Undoubtedly, continuous outward expansion is a necessary path for the development of a civilization. Human civilization has only existed for 6,000 years, which is insignificant compared to the 13.8 billion year history of the universe. We cannot imagine what a civilization that is millions or even tens of millions of years more advanced than human civilization would look like. Perhaps they have already reached Type 3, mastered Dyson sphere technology and interstellar travel capabilities, and can even control entire galaxies. If this is the case, the solar system should have been occupied by such an advanced Type 3 civilization. However, to date, we have not found any traces of extraterrestrial civilizations. Could it be that the Milky Way really only has one intelligent civilization, humans? If there are extraterrestrials in this universe, where are they? This question is the famous Fermi paradox, stemming from centuries or even millennia of human self-reflection. To solve this mystery, humans have explored most of the planets and their satellites in the solar system over the past few decades, and have even sent microwave radiation to thousands of stars, but have found nothing. Scientists have proposed various hypotheses to explain this. The first hypothesis is that extraterrestrials do not exist, and humans are the only civilization in the universe, because the existence of life itself is a series of low-probability events. A scientist once compared the emergence of life to disassembling all the parts of a watch, throwing them into the sea, and relying on the waves to reassemble the parts into a watch. For example, although the Earth has a history of 4.6 billion years, the history of life is not long. Life barely emerged, but stagnated during the age of dinosaurs. If it weren't for the asteroid impact 65 million years ago, dinosaurs might still dominate today. Moreover, in such a long history, only humans among millions of species evolved into intelligent beings. Perhaps Earth is the only planet in the universe with civilization. The second hypothesis is the zoo hypothesis, which acknowledges the existence of extraterrestrials who discovered humans long ago, but do not interfere with human civilization, observing us like animals in a zoo. Earth is just one of their many research subjects. The third hypothesis is the percolation hypothesis, which suggests that habitable planets in the Milky Way are unevenly distributed, forming clusters like islands. Thus, advanced civilizations would not colonize randomly, but would target these clusters. Earth happens to be in a desolate region of the universe, so it is normal that no extraterrestrial civilization has visited. The fourth hypothesis is the Great Filter hypothesis, which posits that from the birth of life to the formation of civilization and interstellar colonization, a civilization must overcome many significant barriers. When a civilization reaches a certain level of development, it encounters insurmountable bottlenecks, with a very low probability of overcoming them. These barriers act as filters, eliminating many civilizations before they reach interstellar colonization. Thus, even in a galaxy with as many stars as the Milky Way, the number of extraterrestrial civilizations could still be very small. It is possible that humans are the only civilization in the Milky Way, as our existence is purely a series of coincidental events. Although we have developed into an advanced species, we still face many unknown challenges before becoming an interstellar civilization. The final hypothesis is the terrifying dark forest theory, from the science fiction novel, The Three-Body Problem. In the 13.8 billion year history of the universe, many intelligent civilizations have likely evolved. However, due to the vast differences in technological levels and cultures, effective communication is difficult, and predicting another civilization's intentions is nearly impossible. In the dark forest theory, if a civilization inadvertently discovers another, there is a probability it will launch an attack. The universe is like a dark forest, where every civilization is a hunter with a gun, constantly hiding to avoid being discovered by others. Encountering a hostile civilization could lead to annihilation. Thus, survival is the fundamental choice. Although the universe seems silent now, it does not mean extraterrestrial civilizations do not exist. Stephen Hawking once warned humanity not to reveal our location easily, as it could lead to our destruction. In fact, there are many hypotheses about the Fermi paradox, but they are all theoretical. We have no way to verify them. Moreover, the universe is so vast that it is hard to believe only human civilization exists. Perhaps at this very moment, in the deepest part of the universe, a pair of eyes is watching our every move.